Hello folks, welcome and welcome back to Pxy-VERSE. We're gonna make the continuation, continue making this character Natashe for cloths today. Yesterday I was dealing with the hair and yeah, lots of reusability here, but it's just to gain time. Unfortunately it will be less didactic, but who cares at this point. These techniques are well, I start to show the techniques right occasionally. Like this is just a mirror modifier, armature modifier, which is not being used right now, and subdivision using creases, right? And level 1. And so basically, this what we have is that these ones has this is a 3-phase loops bang, hair bang. So this is main crease 0.5, and this would all the rest 0.2. okay, so get this kind of thing. Also I believe we have some sharps. Yes, so these ones have sharps, so this is something I forgot to manipulate in the rest of the hair. Actually also there is something that I was using for some reason. For the hair I'm using 0.2 and not okay, so for example for this one we could already adapt. We could say that these ones would have 0.5. Of course we're not seeing the creases, okay. Here we already augmented the creases a lot for these ones on purpose. And then there would be this looks like why not, let's try this one. Shift E 0. It already has 0.5, so interesting. They all have 0.5, so yeah, so I've made a mistake here apparently. Okay, let's this one are ones. I'm considering joining this geometry here. Someone mentioned a technique another time that would help in situations like this. Like I want to have this kind of mesh to be despite of the subdivision surface modifier, we want to have it aligned. So one way apparently we could get both meshes like this using this stuff, yeah, and then we could try to match this the orientation of the face as best as possible. This is a triangular face, it's still a face, so I wonder if this is the good case scenario for this. Certainly not the best, but maybe that will help. So I'm gonna try to get an okay alignment here, see if that produces. Yeah, so this seems to be, yeah, it's not totally clean, but sounds effective. So indeed this technique works. So this someone, it was when I was doing cloth rigging. So we can push this much better. Like let's also make a highlight of this. That would be interesting here. Just to start this. So this is aligning subdivided subdivision, yeah, aligning different mesh islands and deploying subdivision surface modifier on cage edit plus edit options. Yeah. So let's get the star emoji. So here the idea, folks, it's that it's already fixed here, but you could check before the in the beginning of the video, a few minutes before, I was fixing this or trying to improve there are two hair, a hairband object and a scalp object, hair stuff mesh object. So these the problem is that they have both. I was considering joining these meshes. Maybe it's a good idea, but there is another way around if we want to align this in the way that they won't look horrible when they clip. So one way to do this, someone helped me in a live stream some time ago when I was doing some cloth rigging. I was trying to snap an accessory onto trousers, and the mesh of the trouser was subdivided, but the other was, the accessory was like more sharp, and it was very hard. And here is a bit similar case, but not exactly, but the problem is still the same. We need to align that, it's not a real face, but it's a triangle there. Need to align this to the face in a way that looks good. So one way to do this, can do attempt, trial and error, but if we pick both objects, if they are the same mesh object, fine, but then we do on cage and edit mode for both, right, for both objects, then we select both on edit mode, and then we can try to now we have a good visualization of those subdivided, of the final result of the subdivision. So this will help us to edit with the modifications, right, with the modified mesh from both meshes, and then we can aspire for better alignment. You see, it's not so hard to do a good job here. It seems to be working. So what I just thought a new idea. Nothing too fancy, but we can even get this improved, like, okay, just bought some, what is happening? Oh, of course, this is stupid. This doesn't need to snap to a vision. Okay, so here will be different because this is like, yeah, I want a special curvature, so this is different. But let's say that I have this face here. Let's say that I want to snap this, so I'm gonna use the cursor tool. So this is another way to do this, cursor, then put geometry here, otherwise it won't snap. So now I have exactly the orientation of this face. Let's return to tweak option. Let's not take off the cursor from this position. Then we're going to get this and change this to cursor, this thing, right? Transform orientations, option to cursor, and then what I can do here, grabbing all this, could be a face, but there's just edges. So we're gonna scale Z0, and in this way we can also try to snap this to SY0. Let's try to, no, probably we're having some problem with the orientation because this is not a face. Okay, let's make this into a face, then maybe it just works with face. SZ0, no, we are not aligned. Okay, so, well, it is aligned. So now what we can do is GZ, GX. You see, it's sliding onto this axis. Z will just move it. So we can just try to in this condition I don't even need to spot the other object, right? On edit mode, we can just not proportional editing here. Done. We need to take off this spread, this mesh here. It's very chaotic right now. Okay, let's go back to that face after I delete the face. So GX, GZ, scale down, GX. No, it is. I was looking at the wrong face. So you see, GY will do that, GX will do that, GZ is up and down, aligned with the face of that hair scalp. So we can even pick by vertex. So this GY, I think. Yeah, GY, GX, 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 GY, GX, GZ, and whatever. Yeah, you see, it's not perfect, but it's another way that we could have this to work. So now I'm gonna just return here and just reposition these ones. These change shouldn't modify the position of those vertices, and yeah, it's not that in this case it's difficult because it's a triangle, right? I don't want to position it like here because, so let's see, personally I would really like to, yeah, so here we don't care. This technique here wasn't very useful in this. It was better before, but I was trying to snap this into a face that has much it's a much harder position to snap those things anyways. Yeah, we could also snap, talking about this, but I have to, where? There, so this is the triangle, so this will be another way, right? Get this and try to remember that this face, this squad, might not be a perfect, might not be a perfect face, might be very distorted. So now that this is snap, yeah, we could try to get this and deepen it inside here, and yeah, kind of solve, but it's too small. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing this all the time. I'm wasting time here with these things. I'm a bit fan of old school technique of not old school, just the technique of topology, right? Just connecting. I'll figure out that if that is better later on. So for now, I can just do whatever looks good here. So we're gonna address here the cloth making, but I think I should address first the skin. First, her skin tone is darker, so I'm gonna have to do oops, no, not this. Shift F5. What is this? It's a camera view. Why don't you have anything there? Okay. Alright, so how to address the texture painting? So I need to address the shading. She is using matte material that is Natashe's skin, which is just a copy from Dorothy. And I thought I already edited this thing, but apparently not. So you have something here which has a lot of patterns, and we don't need... I think I'm gonna use this, or we're gonna paint it manually. Yeah, let's see the model sheet, so that I can visualize. No, by the way, another technique that I was forgetting about model sheet. Not forgetting, I just didn't realize, or if I remembered, I forgot. Let's get another of this. So, grease pencil mastery. Drawing 2D model sheet with grease pencil. Mastery of visibility. Master technique. Yeah, so this is something that I just didn't realize soon enough. It's not perfect, but it's like it's super noobish. So I was doing something completely noobish without realizing that. Is that the grease pencil is an object. So you see that in order to have the grease pencil show for on top of the mesh, sometimes we need to do a lot of stuff spontaneously, like Alt-Z, that is X-ray, but then what happens is that you see there's still, this mesh is still on top of the grease pencil, because it's not sufficient. So if you have this thing, then here, so the X-ray wireframe viewport actually with X-ray, then it will give a transparency, but then we don't see the grease pencil also is wireframed, which is horrible. Well, we can see, but you see it's not very good, right? Not very smooth, and this is because of the wireframe. And also if we enable overlays wireframe, it's the same thing here. This wireframe will do this for the mesh. You see the wireframe of the mesh, but we will see also the wireframe of the grease pencil. So we don't, this is not ideal, right, to have this combined in order to see the grease pencil. So I was doing wire sometimes for the object, so you see the object as a wire. But here was what I forgot totally, is that because grease pencil is an object, we've got object tab, and we have viewport display, just as we do for the armature object. Often we go in front, and there we go. So this will be the ultimate solution for this kind of problem. So now it's always in front no matter what. And this should be on some basic tutorials maybe, but I maybe have seen and forgotten. But this is the good technique. So now we have a little problem, is that everything might be always on top, and the opacity might be a bit too annoying. But the problem is that the grease pencil itself, it has opacity per layer, or maybe per object. Well, apparently not. Well, yeah, so yeah, we could have, but this will be very annoying. So it's not very practical. So if you just have a few, then okay, we can play with the opacities here, but I don't think we can batch this thing, because you can select only one by one. I don't know. So the one way to solve this problem is that we have here some options, and here I believe it will be this one, fade layers. So this will be this idea now, but you say fade inactive layers. So this will fade everything except for the active layer. So we must just make sure that if we want for the hair front, no, let's say body, front body. So you see, this won't help, the fade inactive won't help at all for a certain, so we need at least some useless or something that we don't want to fade, so then we can cheat this and then we get the proper, but often we don't have exactly what we want, but this is the solution, folks. This is how we can solve this thing. So these guides maybe will get annoying at some point, right? But I think it's the best thing to place right now, or maybe the sketch. You see, we are swapping what will be on front, so this is very interesting, right? So costume side, and then of course we can play here, and so, but yeah, I prefer not to touch this because it just takes too long to be, so that is good. Alright folks, that is good. Highlight. I forgot the star, never mind. Alright, so what I was doing here, the shading, right? So we need to address the shading tab here, and yeah, now this has sort of reset the because this is another view, another workspace. Okay, so what we want to do here is that, yeah, I needed to look at her clothes because and to see if we have anything important for her. I'm not sure if she has, it is bare skin here for the gloves for here, so I'm not sure if I would need okay, so I'm gonna clean some stuff here, right? This will be for making procedural mask for a suite. Dorothy has a suite, but we're not gonna use this although this could be important when we remake, yeah. So I can make a mask for a suit for her. That will be like skin tight cloth, right? Because I want to have a full texture of her skin painted, and on top of that I want a mask. So that's why this gives some possibility of leaving some work ready. So this is the texture, this is for Dart, so I need to readjust all that. So here is this makeup, yeah, this is not being useful right now, so okay, we have some multiply, then we have some mix, so this is for the suite, and there you see there's a mask, and so we're probably gonna disable some stuff here so that we can work with all that, and this is because of the specific way that I was mixing the suite patterns, yeah, texture here. And why it is the same thing here, I don't know, so I'm gonna delete this thing. Oh yeah, this, because these are just effects, so whatever. I hope I haven't deleted the suite patterns. Okay. Oh no, this is wrong. Okay, this it's not the. Okay, never mind. So we're gonna make her skin and texture painted. There is some underwear that is actually painted as part of the, yeah, so we're gonna get here Natashe. Start by giving this a new name. Natashe's skin, just like this. we're gonna have to save this immediately to a different file. We don't want to, so save as, so it's this goes in my library asset, although it's only for her, so it's kind of stupid, but that's okay. Keep things organized. So no, not here. So it's something image textures, right? So you have, yeah, it's exactly here. So I got something for characters. I'm gonna just change here Natashe skin, so same name. I'm gonna save here. So I don't like this. Never. Oops. Let's Shift F5. Let's return. I messed up the. Okay, actually this will be better. Because now I can return to the grease pencil. Oh, I've lost the. Okay, whatever. This is still not the original one. Right. Okay, let's hide this thing. Yeah. Let's hide the here. We're gonna fix the eyelashes also, their textures. So already this viewport panel, I would like to move it to the top. Okay, so her skin tone already will be warmer. With all the lightings, this will like will change a lot, and this is just the you know, the color for workbench. And so I'm not compositing here, so we'll see it from here, right? So here we see the color for some reason here. We see the texture plus this. On view we don't see this. And all right. How to start that? Well, it will be just the UV unwrap annoying stuff. So how was that? Did I change anything here? L, UVs. Would I have to unwrap everything? Interesting. We have some seams here. No, this was just normals. Okay, never mind. I don't know what was this. Okay, we have here. This is fine. I don't think I have changed anything about this. Yeah, I have made change to the topology of the boobs or breast. And here the feet. Yes. So. see that the mesh is it's not very distorted in many areas, but the face we have made a lot of changes. Okay, and we have made a lot of changes to here. We created new geometry here indeed. The eyelashes don't need a continuity, nor this eyelids, borders, walls. The eyelids and the skin don't need a continuity, but it can be nice to have. But this is why we can just use the seams there, so I think this is good. And then the mouth, yeah, this we also want to, the lips, right, we also want to shrink, to unwrap that. Then we have this, the nails, so nothing too different, but I think I'll have to UV unwrap everything, because we're gonna repaint everything here. So UV unwrap, I think unwrap minimum stretch, and we see that what I can do here is just try to do the same setup that I had before, like say just for organization of the character. So this is arbitrary, right? Took me a lot of time to just accept this madness, but here we got, okay, this hand, so this is the arm. Let's augment this to be better. So this is just UV work here. So where, so this is arm, this is a leg. We can yeah, place it here. You see these faces are a little, they are less space here, because she has more mass, more volume, her body, in relation to other Dorothy at least. Okay, so this seems good. This is a ear. I'm gonna bring it there. So this is probably the front of the ear. This is probably the back of the ear. This is the foot. This is a hand. Alien hand. This is another hand. I don't know which is the top and the bottom. Ah, this is the palm. And this is the dorsal, and this is the back of the head. We can place this here. This is the face, but I think it's inverted. This we're gonna make a little bigger. Here is the ear. We don't need to match because I'm gonna repaint this stuff. This is the foot. This is, what is this? The neck. Something went wrong here, so probably you can fix some faces here. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is the, yeah, it's the base. It's something I've made wrong there. Okay, you don't need to UV unwrap everything for this. These are the nails, but we are missing one, and I don't know for which we are missing two of them here. but I don't know for which finger, so we're gonna try to find out. No, I was actually making them. We're gonna find one by one, right? But since I don't know the order, that I've made before, I'll just, thumb, index, middle, and little finger. I'll just do like that. Sounds the logical way. So here you can, no, this is not a texture, so it's just UV map. I'm saving Blender file, that's sufficient. These are eyelashes. Most certainly, and so the eyelashes, they can go here. They are all affected by the collapsed geometry, right? So there's little that I can do for them because they are using the technique of the anatomic eyelash, so they are start very narrow like this, these faces, and yeah, that's it. And this then is that, are these the lips? Yeah. And then I was considering maybe have this the eyes, but I don't know, because it's a different mesh object. So okay, and these are clearly the eyelids, so we're gonna place them here inside. We can maybe try to adjust this. I think it's okay to do this, right? So yeah, we can do this, it's no problem. This won't affect the mesh. We might thought that was some overlapping, but no, all this fine there. And these are the, I believe it's like that. These are the eyelids borders. So you see, we don't need to have them, the seams help the selection, and the seams might not help in painting, in texture painting, but it won't, also it will work. You just organize like this. They don't need to be a perfect synchronization, right? Alright, now we're gonna look for the UVs of these nails and spot what is the, okay, so this is the thumb, so I'm gonna bring it here. This one is the index. This one is the middle finger. And then this one is the, yeah. Okay, so just organize like this, and now this is lips. Yeah, so the lips, we'll find them because I'm not sure what they are. Also, let's see the neck. Okay, so here is what happened to the neck. We got some issues here. Strange geometry here. Something that I didn't fix. I was having a problem in this region with Dorothy, and it's a rigging issue. Why do you have these major creases here? And clear for me, so we're gonna change this to 0.2. 3, we are gonna mark Control E, mark seam here and take clear seam here. Here we're gonna pick this and this, Shift E 0.3. Alright, then now how do I fix this? Yeah, I think we're gonna just pick this and this. We're gonna just UV unwrap and just gonna reposition this mesh again. It's very bad if we already started to I don't really know how to fix this problem cleanly if I like to pick just in the individual UV. Sometimes we can edit, I believe it's something we can click here and there and you can reconstruct, but for me it is ultra bizarre yet. But sometimes I succeed on doing something. I believe that, yeah, in this case I wouldn't know right now. Now look, it's like, looks like, sorry, we've got some results, immediate results here, because we've just placed this the things in the right place, right? But we're gonna rework now on the texture painting, and so we will be using some mask. Gonna use flat, maybe not use shadow. Yeah, this will be gives us a clearer view. So let's investigate if there's anything overlapping. Yeah, we just in case. So here was bad, it was overlapping. In principle, the UV unwraps, if we plan this well, they are perfect. But sometimes something could be wrong. I've already UV unwrapped this, so I've been through some problems, but you see we still got some problem here. Unspotted, so this would double the texture. This will cause some issues in the texture map, so something that would be visible if we are, especially when we are attempting to texture paint that part. It will, like, you paint and it repaint, like it paints something you didn't ask to paint. It's super bizarre, but this is overlapping UV islands, or just overlapping UVs on the same UV map. So that can happen from the same UV, or the same UV island, or from different UV islands as well. I was spotting for this kind of stuff, same UV island. Alright, so this is good to go. So here we're gonna already gonna pick this. Yeah, so I need a mask. I will start with this part. Yeah, so L here and Control Tab 8. No, 8 is vertex paint, is 9 texture paint. Okay, as for now, what we need to do is to use the mask. Here it's 1, and this will allow us to just paint that texture paint, this thing. We can also just do from here. We can do both, right? It's good to be able to do from both. And here also we're going to make some changes here already. We're gonna change from here to Shift F10, because we want not view, we want paint. I might struggle a little with the brush. Here we can at any time Alt S to save this, refresh this texture here. We are gonna change. I want to pick this, and however, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Here I'm going to for this skin there of the eyelids border, I'm gonna give this skin here, and yeah, I'm gonna paint, it's not the right one. Yeah, so you see that my material is very bad, so maybe this is not exact. No, yeah, I need to use the control to get the second color. It's very pixelated, and I'm not sure why. It's, yeah, of course why. These faces are too small. Shift F10, so yeah, there's more space on the top of the head. Alright, so gonna, no, there's not. It was my illusion, so I would like to have more space for this without too much effort, so we're gonna scale this down, move this down, will do. Scale this faces, scale this down, face selection moderate. Here we're gonna, I don't want to change the pattern of organization, even though that would be a good way to fix this, but whatever. One day I find on other projects, maybe I find a better solution. So here there are a lot of space at the bottom, so we're gonna also select all this, and we're gonna scale from this from the 3D cursor. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna do this. So this won't save the day, but yeah, I prefer to leave this mesh, these faces there, because Shift F10, return to image. So yeah, let's paint grossly like here to start with. Then I'm going to, so holding control is the second color, might be confusing, but yeah, that works. We could use some variations here. I don't know, it's just I just have too much strain here. Let's do something like that and just blur. If the tool is too big, it will be very laggish in my experience. So here this is not blurring sufficiently, so you can, so I want some anomalies. That might be good, even though this mesh is not super, yeah, it is very minute stuff, so it is very irrelevant. But now let's get, yeah, you see there, maybe we want to extrapolate this a little more again. Okay, let's try this. Fine, then we want the eyelids, and so same tone, maybe with some more anomalies this time. We're gonna also use the, yeah, I need to be on the, here, right? So here if we want to, we can hide, use the mask for the eyelashes. Okay, so I have this, hold control, we can mount here. So actually this could have, it's too, yeah, we need something this. Yeah, we're gonna repaint with this red, more reddish color there. Later on, yeah, this one we're gonna just get this stone here also. Alright, and I'm gonna paint everything inside with it as well, right? Good. Now we go back for here. We're gonna try to here Alt S here. We're gonna save here and save here. Control S, Alt S. Control S saving blend file anywhere, but Alt S for here. Image save as Alt S. Yeah. Right now, so what we want here is to, yeah, so I'm gonna pick this one, Control V, we're gonna just make another tone here closer to the skin, and I'm gonna make some patches, very random, maybe closer to the eye, yeah, from here already. And then we're gonna blur all that from here actually. Alright, now we save here. I'm not sure if, yeah, it's very subtle. I think that shouldn't be a problem. So now this part here, orbicularis oculis, we're gonna get this. We can maybe get all these face loops here. Just expand once, then maybe once again. No, let's do. Yeah, let's start like this one first. Then we start to expand this thing, because we're gonna change everything anyway. So here we don't have mask in the... This is weird, right? Can't we have a mask in this place, in the image editor? That's very weird, right? It should have a mask option. That's an interesting question, because really it would help if we could well, anyways, here's my mask. We're gonna pick, then yeah, we're gonna invert, so this we're gonna go here. So now we need her skin color. It is, you can pick this one if this is correct. Not whatever, we're gonna try. You can also vary this this tone. Okay, let's try this, and then string. We can start here. Yeah, so very easy here, but then we can start to yeah, gonna mix with other stuff. Here we would like a different tone in the, so more reddish. So this will be makeup already, but yeah, so this will be dangerous because we're not protecting there, right? This is why I would like to have a mask from here. Let's see if there is some information online, like Blender image editor face mask. You can create a face mask using the mask feature within the event. This allows you to select, apply effects or change to a specific or similar to how you mask. No, that's wrong. Stupid information. Here's a breakdown of how to create. Access the switch to mask mode. Create a no. You find the face area. It's to like mask brush list. So to now this is terrible. Use the mask for editing. Mask editor. How to use an image as a mask now? This was about 5 years ago. Yeah, nah, apparently we don't have this so we can't have a mask here except with this stuff here, which need to like redo a mask. So no, thank you. I'm just gonna do from here. Alright, so the idea to get a more pinkish color here, yeah, so gonna bring this with control, yeah, so this might be nice. So all around this all around the eye hole, essentially closer to here, then we can blur this later, actually even right now. This blur is at maximum, alright. If it's exaggerated, then okay, we can, oops, that blur with this other is not good. Okay, next, let's see how it is looking on the yeah, I have a difficulty assessing the skin tone. Seems very disrupted. Okay, nonetheless, let's continue. And so I'm gonna pick, maybe I should try to get a little closer to these stones. What's the difference? No, it's not too different than what I had, so let's return here and yeah, so maybe just a little here, yeah. So now I'm gonna pick a few more face loops here. Maybe all this mask here is the frontal face. Yeah, this will be a better approach. I should have done this since the beginning, but I was trying to do little by little. So here we're gonna do something like that, yeah. without any effect doesn't, so we can combine this with multiple, right, so with other color tones. So this is like the basis ones. Okay, so this is, it's okay if I make all these effects here. Here I'm not able to... what is this? Looks like we have some problem with the geometry there. What's going on? It looks like shape key. Maybe an armature modifier that is failing, not some crazy shrink wrapping done. Yeah, it's probably this one then. Yeah, it's getting some mesh from... Okay, hold on, I'm gonna fix this. We need to run this mode, take off the mask. Need to take off these ones. So this is disable this. Control Shift X, orbicolars Euclid 3, maximize, and hold Control, erase this and this, and possibly these ones as well. Yeah, they are likely to cause trouble. They are just too close to... Yeah, this is probably a mistake. We don't want to be... The eyeball was pushing them. So maybe let's erase this one. Although it might help, but no, just... possibly you can just pick the whole year and just GX a little here. Okay, so we create some safe distance here, and yeah, since you have this loop, then yeah, that's why it would make sense to continue, but this was actually causing some issues. Let's see now. Okay, now this seems to be good. We could just not have... We could just not afford to have this, yeah, this vertex. For some reason this one. Yeah. Alright, I'm taking attention to that, so if for some reason this starts to be annoying again, we can always try to fix it. So we're gonna paint all these ones again. Let's select this, Control Tab 9, let's get back this this thing. No, this was not masked, now it is, yes. This tone seems very wrong. Control I. Yeah, so just gonna blur this stuff. And here as well. Maybe use this instead here. Good, Control I. Return, save, Alt S. Okay, let's give this some patterns to this head. So now the funny part. So can pick again. Yeah, not the ears yet. Let's just start with this. Control Tab 9. We're gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna use this one. We're gonna use. So we'll be changing a lot the brush, the color. It should be here, but it's not. So it is. No, it is not helping the UI here. So we're gonna start using from here. We could have a color palette, but for this, yeah, it should be nice to save a color palette. But we're gonna. What's the shortcut for this? X, but okay, here it works, but here, oh, it's okay. Just forgot this shortcut. Okay, so we're gonna pick. So this will be a yellowish color and brighter, and then we have this one, which is like here and more to the reddish pinkish, okay, something like that. But you'll need to be very careful with the string here. So I'm gonna try again. Okay. Then this color maybe we can use here for the cheekbone. We're gonna revise that. Here for the nose. Where else? Yeah, we can reinforce here, very close here to the of the eye hole. Then where else in this part? Maybe, yeah, nothing here that seems to be too relevant. Maybe a little here, but very subtle. Maybe around the ear. Alright, that should be enough. Then we're gonna swap, and now we are very low. We're gonna pay attention to this. I'm gonna try to get this for the areas that are, I don't know if it's a good idea, to be fair, but it's like anomalies, right? Tint anomalies of the skin that can be good. So I want this for some sharp areas that take a lot of sun. Maybe the head won't take because of the hair, but still gonna do something here. So so for example, I would say, yeah, this part maybe it doesn't take too much sun. Yeah, this is wrong. So, but it's a different tone also, so it's not necessarily for this. You can use for. So where I would like to have more of this, so maybe here we already have this, unfortunately, but maybe I've made a mistake here, and indeed here we want that color there, and for the jawline, maybe the chin probably will be nice, and I'm more about the patterns themselves, the anomalies, than something very safe here, because I'm still learning this process, and it is like many things will just work, right? I'll have to see a lot of reference for these, better references, until I get what I know from makeup is that there are a lot of color palettes that people that make makeup, they use a lot of combinations. It's a very can be quite complex, with many layers of, like, it's painting, right? It's really painting for the face, so there is more to it than meets the eye. So this is why this process, it can be a bit like that, can be some sort of layering idea that, okay, maybe this is just the base. Yeah, they call it the base, right? So you have a base, then you start to build more stuff on top of this. It can take hours. Yeah, I had a girlfriend which was specialist somewhat. This is not good, right? Here this anyways, here we see that if that will work, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna save here, Alt S. I'm gonna push these things to the muzzle. Yeah, so you see it starts to get something of relevant. Here for the upper cheek, I would like to have something like reddish tone, and then we can make something tones here. This character has freckles, yeah, so I need to think this will be some sort of mask. Okay, let's get the I have some more work to do here. Yeah, because we haven't blurred anything, right? So but even if we have a lot of this, it doesn't matter too much, because in the end the compositing that I'm making will have a ton of impact also. So EV on its own, can drastically destroy this stuff. Although more recently I've been a little more successful in getting EV to have give a little more value to the textures, as long as there's not too much lighting and shaders. Yeah, it looks like emission stuff, right? So it's still not great, but we can have some good display of the texture patterns on EV, but it just looks horrible. It looks like emission stuff, even though it's not emission. You want to see it here. Now here it looks like some diffuse thing, which is also very uninteresting. So that's what I'm talking. We can get sometimes better visualization of the texture than Workbench itself, but it will not be very with dual or multi-compositing. We can achieve much more interesting results for those things. Oops, Control Alt space. No. Okay, I've lost my mask. Let's do this again. Yeah, I think here there's an exaggeration. Let's just push this makeup here. Okay, then let's go for the ear, I think. No, first brush settings, brush. I want, yeah, here. Well, I want this one for the upper cheek, right? So let's start here. Gonna get all this line here, yeah, on top. And the freckles, well, we could do this manually, but there would be a way to do with the material also, which is tricky. I never remember properly how that. Maybe there's a too big difference between this. Okay, hold on. Let's check some combination of stuff here. And where are the the eyelashes also that we need to. Where are the eyebrows? They are very behind. Yeah, we're gonna re-snap this. Snap face project, include non-edited. That's it. So just pick all that. Snap here, and we can probably reedit this later, but for now that should be, yeah, this is not ready. We need to see where this mesh will fit. Proportional editing can't make the snapping, unfortunately, but we can use it to start some editions, and then we this is just an intuition. I don't really know. We need to look at the grease pencil and the model sheet in order to see exactly. Okay, then select all, take this off, G, and just snap, and that should do. Looks too high. G, Z, yeah, still not looking quite good. Let's edit here, GG. Let's smooth also. Select all G, there we go, and that part, rotate G. If we have rotate scale and everything set for the snapping option, then all the transforms will No, I didn't have. Okay, all these transforms will be responsible for snapping, and that can be good. So overall here we want, I believe, a regular geometry, but also the joints, that means the edges, they need to be on some smart positioning in relation to the deformed bones. I don't have the bones yet, so this is pointless right now. Yeah, now this is looking good. Yeah. Why not? Let's also change here. Seems a little imperfect. Yeah, and I'm snapping. A disaster here. Let's go back. Yeah, so you can probably play with this and find the best known collapsing positions for this, at least for this. Then we can later improve this in other ways. And of course this without subdivision is not as good, so here from this view it's a bit weird, right? I think I need to get more here. This should cover a little more this part. Good, good, good. Okay, what's next here? Yeah, there's all the body, there's the ears. Okay, let's hide this. So you see this, oh, the freckles. Yes, so how to do this? So basically the tutorial that was, it brings, yeah, so you have like makeup. So this could be, it's just a mask. In this case, that we could use to place something here, right? I wasn't very successful with some alpha stuff, so I was maybe overcomplicating this. We'll see if there's any way to get this simplified. So I'm gonna make like texture, character, Natashe freckles, yeah. I think that's the name, yeah. So we maintain this. Alpha, yes, but alright, we'll try this. So everything is black in this image texture, but we are going to okay, so we're saying this. We're gonna paint some patterns here manually. We could use some, I'm not familiar with those texture, but I think that's maybe it would be nice to get familiarized with this. Something about the brush texture pattern. Yeah, it's a brush pattern. New, then I think we can some noise, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we get this, but of course we want something brightness, so maybe this. And the problem is that I don't know how to make this bigger, right? So like it's not exactly as a these are color stuff, yeah. So I don't know how to make a maybe something like that. Voronoi, yeah, this. But I know how to paint manually, so freckle. So if we could get some sort of this doesn't look like freckles, it looks like bacteria. So, oh yeah, size, okay, so maybe, why not? This, I don't know what it is. Anyways, let's try, let's see what this does. Of course, this will paint in a color that, yeah, let's pick this face and just texture paint on this mask. We're gonna paint this in white because we are creating a mask that would no, this is incorrect. We are painting in black then. No, so can I invert this? No. Alright, so I don't know how to do this. So I'm going to just paint this with a brush, a simple brush, nothing like the good basics. Oh yeah, for this it might be nice to have some sort of visual reference. So usually this character, I would draw this here from the front, right? So only 3 of them, right? So, but since this is 3D, I might have to improve this. Yeah, we got some distortions here, so this will be, it's like we need to know where they would appear. I never did for her nose, but that might be an okay idea. And so there will be some sort of this will just add some pinch of anomalies, and of course I'm gonna change this to black again because the idea here would be to fix some mistakes. We can use some mistakes as to make more of this stuff. And we can try to erase some exaggerations. So leave these patterns very more reduced. that as a mask, I see it's very subtle thing, and if that will produce good results, that is what we're gonna check. Like she has eaten some special mushroom. Okay, let's get the Alt S here. I'm gonna save this, yes, so the texture. So here, this goes directly on that image texture, so this is reusing the same mapping from the save UV map of here, right? Then this thing becomes multiply a factor to paint something that is not working right now. Okay, this is okay because I'm not looking. This is EV only. Okay, so here is the mask, and this is this texture, and this is multiply, and here we are mixing with this color, but we could do yeah, you see we are getting some results already. So I don't know which color this, let's give some orange color, combines well with her. Right, about here. Then the intensity of this is not good, so we're gonna, instead of painting them, we're gonna just give a color ramp, and we're going to intensify these things, and hope that this will. Okay, so maybe this is too dark. Let's try. Let's reduce this. Maybe a brighter color would be nice. Yes. Okay, we'll try this, and we're gonna maintain this idea here. Linear, let's see, B-spline. Cardinal, ease, or linear. Okay, let's maintain ease, and here we're gonna this is sci-fi, so why should I care the color of the besides she's an alien character, so but it doesn't combine well with her, so we're gonna keep the why not some some orangish brown, something like here, right? And then we are going to keep changing this. Unfortunately, it becomes too strong there and too weak in the other, so probably I need to do this manually. There'll be other things to address here, right? It will be better without the symmetry, right? What about gray scale here, right? just to let this not be that sharp. Yeah, we could try this, and then we bring this. Now this won't make difference. Okay, so just play with this one then. Okay, that sounds adequate, but then we're gonna readjust the texture itself. So we're gonna get this one, okay, and for some reason I'm not getting. Okay, now I can see it. Probably I'm on it. Yes. So we're gonna just improve here. Make this some points here more salient, so we don't need so much light in order to get them. We don't need to exaggerate. Here these ones, because they are centered, they are looking very weird, so we're gonna probably with symmetry. Mirror is just too bad, right? So we're gonna try to erase some of this, or just give them very low impact, because they feel very mechanical. Let's try now. And yeah, this sort of gets the job done. I think that I'm satisfied now with this. Let's go then to the principal VSDF. Yes, I see that we have something barely okay, but this is not the final result yet anyways. So we got this. So this is a way to make it's time consuming, right, to make this stuff, but it is perfectly feasible with a few effort. I need to make more of this, right, to have more, to gain more experience. Yeah, want to be snapping this. So we're gonna also protect this. Yeah, so this is like Control J. So we're gonna call this skin. This one will enter here, right? This can be here, yeah. So this we could get like Control J all this. We're gonna call all this as base skin. No, skin and makeup. Base skin. Makeup freckles. Right. I'm gonna change, of course, this. These colors here. Let's give this color here for this one. And for this one, why not? Let's just pick this color here. This we're gonna get okay, I'll pick this color here, and from here we're gonna pick this now. Okay, so this, we'll pick this color, this, Alright, what else? Then we have the principal BSDF with some mix of yeah, so if I'm gonna make the mask for some skin tight cloths instead of making mesh for those things, so this probably will part, yeah, I don't make the character nudes, I make them with some sort of already underwear, right? So we're gonna do that on top of this, so we need to pick this and we're gonna make different changes here. So for this character I'm gonna try to simplify this, right? And for some reason, what is happening here? Need to get this one, yeah. So I'm gonna make a new one and something that might be simpler, but we need to continue, right? So I'm gonna just continue from the neck, yeah, we're gonna leave the torso for now, and yeah, because it's very easy to destroy the. I could erase, but I could use, because I can use this underwear as a reference, so we can. It's better keep them. Let's pick this one also. Control tab 9. And so here we need to mask and we need to bring back the color palette, and this is the problem because I haven't made a color palette, but we can take it directly from here, which probably will be the best idea. So I have the base, okay, the ear wasn't painted, so we have this, the basis, so we can, yeah, we can use this as the basis. But it doesn't need to be full, right? You can just do this on different values. Already trying to see where it should be darker and where it should be paler, brighter. Right, now let's go maybe an inversion. No, inversion is bad. We're gonna continue here. Okay, let's try what you can use here. So X, not Control Tab 9, Control Tab 9, X. So can I do something with this? Yeah, I probably can pick this black here, which is not a, it's blue, right? So for her we're gonna pick some green or teal. Yeah, let's try this. So dark teal, we're gonna just try to, yeah, I'm gonna make a new bra for her. We're gonna just pick this reference. Also her geometry is different, even topology, so we can make any details later, but I don't have any particular idea now. right now. It's time consuming to make those things, those refined details on the texture map, color map, right? Painting. It can, for me, it's okay to be pixelated like that. For the style that I'm doing it, it works very well. So I don't need something that also, because this character, yeah, I don't need to complete it entirely now, right? Because this thing on her clothes might not even appear. This is why I can live to do this in the future and just try to achieve some just valid results here as a skin texture. Yeah, I think this is what I need to be doing. And when I have patience and time, then I'm gonna develop this. So imagine this will be a sci-fi-ish Grasso. I don't read the future, so who knows what it could be like, if there is any future for us, right? But if this will be ever a piece of thing that people will be using, or aliens will be using anyways. And what I can do, however, oh yeah, we can explore some stuff here. So basically, if I go back to that, we could try to do something like this. Like we can use some, wait, where is the brush? Don't I have, no, I don't believe it. There's no brush settings, there's no, this is absurd. Where is the brush options here? This is completely incorrect. Radius, of course, and strain and radius, yes. Why it's not here, like in, even wave paint mode has got this thing on top. So here we could try something, right? Some carving on, right? Doing carving from the negative, right? So we're gonna just paint here on top of this as we carve in some details. So this is how we can slowly develop. So maybe suddenly I've got some inspiration to, yeah, because it will be good to have, it will be difficult to have good definition, right? But we can still manage to get something slightly interesting without too much pain here. If, yeah, actually this one, I'm gonna remake this. So we could have even yeah, it is symmetric, so we'll have to still find a way to resolve the patterns. We can do a lot of things, right? Many things will be okay. Like this is already nice to have, right? It's like old game graphics, so this is the cool stuff. So okay, right, then we can go back to this. Let's carve more stuff here. We can leave this kind of transparency in the borders it can sometimes lead to good combinations of tones, but it's not so simple, right? It's difficult to maintain the precision here. But for example, if I bring this, so yeah, something like this already. Here we broke the pattern, unfortunately. But then we can try to do something else here to compensate. Yes, whatever this is, it's nice. Okay, and then for the bottom we can, for the back, then I'll go another of this kind. Here I have a problem with this fading stuff, so I have to find something that will work. Here we lost the pattern. Now make another one. Yeah, so just do something different there. And there we go. So this might be sufficient now for, and this looks good for, yeah, looks very nice. So now we have to, of course, pay attention not to destroy this pattern when we keep doing the texturing. So one way to maybe to mask, yeah, now maybe never use this. Let's try. It's the mask, right? There's some lasso thing. Yeah, how weird is this? Is that some string? Yeah, so Okay, let's say, what is this? I'm just destroyed. Oh, this is a good idea, isn't it? Yes, this is actually a good idea. So let's continue then. Okay, so I think I got the idea. I know what this corset, or I don't know how we call that. We can do this entire. We can combine this into a single texture asset, like so, because it just works, right? As we had seen, but we can make it into very distinguished feature. So like I can make it in sort of layers, right? This could be one layer, right? And then, okay, this is one separation, so you see we can use the transparency to, not the transparency, but the effect of transparency from and here we will see if we got anything good, but now this is just yeah, overriding everything. Or almost everything. You see, this seems to work, even though simple as this. We can see where we can improve. Yeah, we have more stuff there, so why not? Let's take this off. I want to do something like this, keep clicked. No. Okay, so we have a problem here. Let's see if this works. No, it doesn't really work. But then we can probably just try to, now blurring is also bad, yeah. Yeah, very bad. So we can try to pick this color here and change, save here. And now is where we're gonna try to get some patterns here. this face loop seems good. So we can pick maybe this color here. Then go back for this. And now I'm gonna try to yeah, so here we got a distortion, but that's fine. We don't need to be super exact in this kind of case. It's trying to be exact in this will be very unnecessary, I think. Even the clothes themselves are not perfect. I'm not sure I like this pattern too much, so I'm gonna make a little more development. So we're working in this idea of layering, right? So whatever we do, we try to get some use to it. So it's like an intuitive process, like painting. Sometimes we don't use the, or drawing, sketching, sometimes we don't use the brush, right? We don't erase, right? You just keep going and see what you can get. Let the accidents, in my language it's acaso, as a great artist cartoonist said, Edgar Vasquez. Let the acaso take care of the... There's no error in art, there is the acaso, the happy cloud accident, yeah, of so we are sort of employing this technique here, this approach. Alright, so here we got something cool, but should I do something about the rest, or should I leave like this? You know, it will work very nice if we just keep this like as it is. I think it's fine. I'm done here, but we could go wild here. It could take forever. So now this is her base, so she's not naked, but she has this. So below, whichever cloth that I'll be proposing, and there's a chance that I could use yeah, let's continue building now yeah, let's do for the legs, the feet. This helps already. So I could have her use some sort of leggings here according to the model sheet. Let's take a look here. Long time no see. Okay, so yeah, she has some leggings, and this is where I could use the same pattern there as right, the same thing. Skin tight cloth. So I need precisely this tone here, and here yeah, I'm gonna just paint all this. You see that we have a problem with the Dorothy. Now we have a problem. I'm using the wrong color. Alright, so I'll just use here on the maximum to try to erase the patterns that are from Dorothy. We can build on top of that with some anomalies. So this will not be exactly pantyhose, they would look like. They're more like leggings. So never forget to save textures, image textures. Blender will recall, latest versions will remember to save them. Now if you try to attempt to close Blender, so a great feature for these workflows. But okay, so here is what we've got. That is looking nice. So I think for her she also have something on the... I was thinking for the arms, yeah, and even the hands. So what I'm going to do is that perhaps I'm gonna make something more on her. Yeah, I'm gonna create a structure like that for the arm. And so that means that here I'm gonna yeah, I think it is good to have some anomalies here. So let's not just leave this stupidly blank. Let's just do some adjustments here. So we're gonna probably just use this pattern here, so some reducing here. We're gonna check. Maybe some brighter areas and some darker areas, yeah, and some mid, yeah. The shoes, yeah, for the boots nothing will appear, so at least not by default, so This doesn't look right. Let's try to fix this. It's very simple. Just pick maybe this color here and there we go. Save here, then let's bring back this color. Do we have anything? We see there's some mistakes there. Done. Save. Probably some accident without the mask. Yeah, so now we're gonna pick that same color but brighter. So here we could try to get very subtle tones here and there. Let's also pick this other one again and just mark here and here. There we go. And this, let's blow all this right. Good. So this some miscellaneous anomalies. Then now the whole arm with the hands, not the nails. I think I have already done for the arms. Apparently I did. So we're gonna, yeah, but this is a new thing. Right, yeah, so it doesn't matter too much. We're gonna pick this and we're gonna start to create the maximums here. Now, not the maximums because we have already some patterns there, so we need to be hands. I think I haven't done. Yeah, I haven't. So the hands I can sacrifice. Very important to use the mask in case like that. Otherwise, everything can be ruining all the time the model. Here, oh yeah, what I'm doing. Here we could fix this, like, yeah, totally. So a waste of time. This is the best approach in here. Here too. So extrapolate on purpose so we can if in case we are doing more of this, we can just if we are changing the textures positions, we can always we have some margin of without messing the texture so much. Yeah. So for the palm, I might use this, not the palm, the dorso of the hand. We can try to use this pattern here, the stone. And as for the for the palm of the hand, which is here, we can try to use this color but on a brighter tone and also very subtle stuff. No, X need to change. Try to get those areas. Of sensitivity for the sensibility for the fingers, yeah, maybe here. Yeah, essentially something like that. Even though it's very subtle, but that should give some good patterns. Then we save here. We're going now. We don't touch the hands anymore. I'm gonna pick just the arm, and now we are going to make that thing. I need to recover the color that I was using, so I think it's here, something like this. It doesn't need to be the same also. If it's not exactly the same, that also helps, because then we get some more variations, right, of anomalies. So fortunately I haven't made any important details for the arm, so there is nothing. It's okay to destroy what is behind a little. Not big deal. And so where would I place her thing? So this will be just for her. I think we want something straight, and could be about here, right? I like these square patches here. Looks like interesting. Maybe you can maintain this. I'm spiraling here, it's not good. Will never end. Okay, this should be nice. Then now I'm gonna use this color, back to this dark teal, black teal. Yeah, it's the family of blacks. So we're gonna develop, not masking, very dangerous. So we're gonna develop this structure here, maybe all around the, why not, right? Around the elbow. Looks quite sci-fi-ish to me. And here we got this, and some more here. Yeah, I like these patterns. Save here, and then here for finishing we're gonna get establish this so we need this color and maximize it. Yeah. There, Alt S. Maybe we can improve this a little more. Right, Alt S, and so this is this okay? Yes, so just here I'm gonna do similar stuff, but much simpler. Maybe just blurring some stuff here. Seems a bit out of the pattern, but I think this still fine. Yeah, it still looks okay in general. More anomalies. So here we got are these really tulips? These mesh islands are badly wrongly positioned. Let's place them here. Yeah, so one is the bottom, while the other is the top. Okay. We need to change this color. So her, this is much simpler. We're just gonna get this is already a new one, so we're gonna this one, so we're gonna pick this color and we're gonna just paint all this. Shift F10. No, we need to get this one. Also here, this, yeah, we need to override all this. To start with, we can augment the size of these UVs of the lips, yeah, especially for the UVs of the lips. So we're gonna get them, Shift F10, scale, yeah, it doesn't matter if the exact positioning here, just want to top and bottom like that. Shift F10, then we can, oh, it matters because there is, the nails are there, right? So Shift F10, Shift F5, L here, let's reduce a little this. Now this seems to be well organized. Okay, so here Shift F10, so which patterns we could give here? Just Alt S, so dark and bright. Just I'm gonna just make it like I don't know exactly, right, the orientations. So this is a bit tricky, right? Especially when it comes to the, so here in the, when it comes to the corner, you can just maybe just feel, and I think this is the, no, this is not completed. Yeah, no, these are the mouth interior, right? Okay, so I'm gonna just blur this, and or no, that's not blur yet. Let's make a, let's now pick this and bring a brighter color. Yeah, I was using wrong. So may this contribute to glossy. So I don't have a really solution for these lips, so like something, oh, this will be definitive. These are just some anomalies, that anatomy features that in the cartoon here they, oops, they mean, they are just for, yeah, basically creating some novelty for texture maps. So basically that's it. It's it may not be fascinating, but it is interesting. There's a quote from Star Trek. Oh no, said Doctor to Vulcan, Spock, don't tell me this, you're gonna say again that this is fascinating. No, Doctor, but it is interesting. Alright, but we've lost a little of the, maybe it's exaggerated, but in the end, yeah, it doesn't feel quite right. So too much, I can't overdo this if it's too, so here this will be, I think, the best tool to try to to solve when this kind of, when it's not, there's too much distortion, disruption, so we can try to use this. Yeah, it has limitations, but here I need some where is the I'm using some wrong tool here. It's all wrong, so I don't know which brush I was using. Okay, but this should do. Let's save whatever, I just painted entirely in the same color. Okay, and this is still having a wrong tint because you need to readdress this entire material here. So we're gonna we haven't done anomaly for these snails, so although they seem to be already have some anomaly from the glossy, but this is too it might be just because of some, yeah, just because of this. So not that the glossy wouldn't cause something here, but we were gonna just make anomalies here from the texture. So the purpose of these anomalies, interestingly, are not for mimicking reflections and stuff like that. Their purpose is just to really be anomalies on the nails, right? So that's why many sort of tints will contribute. So just two besides what is the base already. So anything like that, and then maybe smooth is very subtle, but usually that is interesting. Okay, save here and save. Here we this is not getting the color that I expected to have. It's like it's almost her skin, right? No, it is not. It's just the lighting. Okay, so she's looking pretty cool, but here we need to develop a little more the torso, little details. I'm gonna pick also the neck, and it's very dangerous. Let's not mess up with this mesh. Yeah, so okay, I'll have to take some risk here, but it will be cautious enough. We just need to find this color here. Then for this one, let's treat this brighter one. Yeah, we need to use the mask here. Yeah, so here you see this is very hard because already I cannot paint on the exactly on the borders there, so this is will be a bit dangerous to fix. We could use a darker tint here. Yeah, this part is very complicated. So this is the major problem usually, are those parts that there's no perfect masking here. I think that would work. We'll have to try to make some rework there, right? Manually. There's the idea maybe you can have some freckle on the torso, but no, I'm not inclined to do these details here, but that could work. There's not enough. I don't know exactly where to place them here. Maybe we're gonna skip this for this for now, or for this character. Now let's blur a little this stuff, see if we can get Alt S. Alt S. Okay, I think I'm satisfied here. With so her face seems a bit too purplish, right? So we need to investigate that. I think it's just this tint is not very for her. It's not the best thing. So this pig worked for another card, but not for her. We need something warmer for her. So I think so. We're gonna try to pick this, and we're gonna like, yeah, if you bring this closer to the yeah, let's try this. And so we'll start very slowly. Trying to override then blur. Okay, I'm not sure that this entirely worked. There's now a problem that her face in general is not on the same colors. We're gonna try to imprint everything with the face, yeah. With that tint here. I have, yeah, a super low value here. Let's see. Yes, already. It's already better. Just in the nose, I think there's some weird effects here. Gonna try to reinforce this, and that's it. Alright, and so yes. So this is very nice. The eyelashes, fine. Also we missed, not that we need, but her eyelashes, I could get them into, yeah, currently this color is not very nice for, I'm gonna change all this thing, I'm gonna get very dark brownish, and so this will be just Alt S, just better if we pick the UVs, right? So these eyelashes don't need any pattern here, but if we want, yeah, I will make something here. I'm gonna attempt a variation. So it will just be these stains like here, right? They will be stretched, so because of the shape key will, I guess, will distort. But I don't think anything bizarre will happen. This is just very subtle, and we're gonna also blur. So yeah, that's already, we barely see any difference, but I think we see the brownish tone and we see the orientation, right? Alright. So, that was a lot, but cool improvements for a new character. I think it's fair. Look at that. So we got something that is get more and more refined over time. It's possibly that the shapes on her face, there's still something wrong, that I mean critically wrong for the character design. But overall, this is working. We need to give her the cloths, and her cloths are this. So I'm gonna, now I think we can take the freedom to take off some of this. We don't need anymore, I guess, the, I'm not gonna delete, of course, they are important backups and reference of previous past work that I've been doing. So we need to, yeah, we can hide some stuff, essentially hair, yeah, just keep the costume. Front body we don't need, front fix no, side body no, side fix no, guides, costume, no, guides costume might be useful still, and the sketch, well, the sketch holds the costume, so it's important, but what we can do here is just pick this and move to the very side, so it doesn't get into the way. So now, as you can see, if we were to, what is this? Okay, apparently this is side body. No, side costume. This I think was because it was the things that I prepared to be done. I forgot to delete the hyphens. There we go. Then side costume, yes, so this is from here. Costume side actually, so we're gonna delete this accident. Alright. This idea, by the way, of having costume combined with texture, it's not mine. I took this from games, of course. One of the games that gave me this particular idea was very old, 90s game. It's Might and Magic. There are 3 games that were like that I liked. This 6, 7 and 8. There's like a trilogy. They use the similar game engine, and they have it's not Avatar, they call the paper dolls, right? So they are very accurately drawn, painted textures on top of I think post 3D rigged models, I guess. Not entirely sure, but they're very beautifully achieved, and then each character has their own, let's say, base costume, just as her base costume is different from Dorothy's and all that. And on top of this you get the clothing, right? The equipment, the gear, the armors, whatever, accessories. Alright folks, so yeah, I think it's very nice, but it's time to go. I need to leave because this texturing took a while and lots of energy and focus. So the next step, of course, will be to have the cloths, and when we got this, then it's just some, yeah, there are a few more mesh, really annoying stuff, but very simple, just annoying. So you have mouth interior stuff that are tongue, teeth, anatomic lips for shape key, right? Constant shape key. I need to fix this, then eyebrow, need to adapt to the. So after we got yeah, all this alongside with clots. The clots are much more interesting to do, so we'll start with the clots. And after that will be rigging. She has the same waves from Dorothy, but we'll have to readjust some stuff for the face. For the rest of the body, I think it will be working fine. I want to see her moving, and a cool thing that we can do right now is the following. So you see, she's already a linked model. I've already assigned that as a. We're gonna bring her to the, let's say, the scene where she will appear will be this space highway to Plankton, but she's not rigged yet. There is Dorothy. What's happening to the light system in this scene? Ah, right, okay, one side is too dark, so basically let's try to bring the other character here. So asset library and assign, so Natashe, she's gonna be here, there we go. And we need probably to why she appears twice? Very weird. Well, I'm gonna use this one and make library override selected in content. Okay, so we can't pose her. But we can place her and she's okay, so there we go. So finally so I need her for this particular scene. That might be very cool. Yeah, totally. I have a soundtrack already ready for this this thing. We can pick her, but it is wrong, but because we need to parent her to her armature, not her body, but she doesn't have an armature yet, so yeah. So just seeing how the characters may fit in the together, right? If I reset Dorothy, yeah, no, but it's important to leave her like that. We can compare them later. So it's the first time that I'll have characters interacting, like rig models interacting. So that's coming soon, maybe a few more than 1 week for sure, but 2-3 weeks maybe, possibly a little more, but there are more stuff anyway, so this is I feel somewhat more in the future anyways, but already showing what we can achieve. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope that was inspiring. Take care and happy blendering. Good luck on your projects. Have a nice week. See you soon.